Hello. We are reading a book called There Was a Party for Langston, King of Letters. It's written by Jason Reynolds with art by Jerome Pumphrey and Jared Pumphrey. There was a party for Langston at the library, a jam in Harlem to celebrate the word-making man. Langston, the king of letters, whose ABCs became drums, bumping, jumping, thumping, like a heart the size of the whole wide world. Langston was the best word maker around. Could make the word mother feel like real warm arms wrapped around you, giving a snug hug. Could make the word America look like two friends making pinky promises to be cool, to be true. Could make the word Harlem sound like the perfect place to have a party. Make it seem like you could bust a move right there in the H or the L or the M of it. There was a blowout for Langston. To celebrate the man who wrote wake-up stories and rise and shine rhymes. Ever since he was just a little boy daydreaming under the Ohio sky, turning birds into words flying all around him, imagining the clouds as paper to put them on, the best word maker in his class. But not everyone understood Langston. Some people thought it was better to be word breakers, thought his spelling deserved yelling, wanted to take words like free and love and cut them in half, pull them apart, keep all the letters from touching and sharing, keep the big H's with the little H's and the big A's with the little A's. Some people think by burning books they burn freedom. But Langston, the brave word maker, knew letters were better together, turned them into laughter. But freedom, stand up and laugh in their faces. And the laughter rang out for years and years in cities and towns, on trains and tractors, to classrooms and bedrooms, bringing joy to the little and the big. But that's why there was a party for Langston at the library, a fancy-foot get-down, all-out bash. And all the books on the shelves were listening and looking at all the people shimmying full of dazzle. Don't nobody dance like a word maker. And all the best word makers were there. Like Maya, ooh, Papada, who Langston's language laughter tickled as a child, who grew up reading his words, promise, heart, dream enough, love freedom, infinite, stand, black, live, and learned to make words of her own. She could make the word woman seem like the word mountain, shine on me, and the word cage feel like a place far, far away. Freedom. From this library, this party, Maya dressed in constellations, stars dangling from her. She rose up from the floor, flapping like a free bird, flapping so freely with wings unbroken. Mary, another one of Langston's word children, was at the party too. Came bopping in, dressed in his good clothes and his soft shoes. Black, his favorite word, on his tongue. Mary could make the word black sound like it could be red. Could make the word black echo into the future and way back into the past. Back to Langston. Mary came to recite poems at his hero's feet, came to dance boom ba boom, boom ba boom, boom boom, came to offer his rickety radio heart to Langston, the man who wrote his neighborhood as America, and his family as America, and his funky music as America, and America as America too. The man who wrote Maya and Amiri into the world. And Maya and Amiri danced like the best words do, together, dazzled together. They held hands and swung and spun and slid, stepping and stomping and boogie boogie wiggling wild. Oh, what a time to gather together, to gather together. Until they lifted their heads to the word making boy who had grown up to be a word making man and had now become the word making king. To Langston, for Langston. Laughter, the language of ha ha ha, loud like the love in the library that night, and all that hoopla in Harlem at that party where the books were looking on as new words were being written, where the books were listening just like you. And this is a note from the author. It all started when I saw a picture of two of my favorite word makers, Maya Angelou and Amiri Baraka, dancing. But why were they dancing? I never even knew word makers could dance. I always thought they were just the people who put together cool poems like Caged Bird and Legacy. These poems I loved as a kid, or the people who spoke out courageously about freedom and a way to become better people in a more loving America. Turns out they also loved to boogie, especially when the party was in honor of word maker of all word makers, Langston Hughes, who wrote my favorite poems, The Negro Speaks of Rivers and Mother to Son. And that's only two. He wrote hundreds of other poems that can make you nod your head and tap your feet. Do a little shimmy. That's what those poems did for Maya and Amiri and a whole bunch of other people who danced for Langston in the library. That's what Langston's words did for me and what I hope this book does for you. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the book. Bye.